Good evening and welcome to the SRL TCR Fun Race live from Okayama. I am Parfitt and I'm going to be here guiding you through all the action this for what plans to be an absolutely epic of racing. Potato Seagull, welcome in. Much appreciate you being here, buddy. Glad you got the message on time. RPC Thomas, sorry for running late, but we are there. And also Phil across the pond as well. Welcome in. As always, thank you so much for joining me tonight for what plans to be an absolute epic evening of racing. And the reason I say that, right, is because there's 30 cars on track. There's no damage on tonight, so we can make sure that everybody completes the race and enjoys it. And literally, it is going to be absolutely mental. And I think that's one of the things you've got to look out for. 30 cars, a massive range of IR, literally from 5,400, which is Dan Mould, right the way down to Richard White at 827. It is going to be crazy. And I think that's one of the things that's going to be amazing about tonight. We're at Okayama, track length 3.65 kilometers as well, set in the city, funny enough, of Okayama in Japan. It is the fall course as well, so we do have the corners of Williams, Moss S and the Atwood Curve, which is the bottom hairpin down on the left-hand side. So it is going to be absolutely insane. Now, we are coming to the end of practice. The guys have been running around the circuit quite happily as well and rushing around doing their thing this evening, getting their times in. And it's Sam Blees at the top at the moment with a 1:37.59. Now, as you can see from the timing tower itself, there is two Hondas in the hands of Fraser Garrity and Richard White. There is one Audi at the hands of JT Johnston. And the rest are Hyundais. And that's going to be it for this evening, is all Hyundais, a couple of Hondas and an Audi. I think the Hyundai clearly is the car of choice this evening. And I think is going to be the car that everybody's going to pick. Good evening, Dan 80. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. As we come into the last 2 minutes of practice before we travel around this absolutely incredible circuit. I love Okayama. I literally suck at driving TCRs, but I absolutely love Okayama, and I love going around there in a little MX-5, and I love going around there in a Radical as well. But other than that, count me out. An amazing turnout, yeah, 30 cars on track. It's going to be insane this evening, and I cannot wait for it as well. The Potato Seagull there, Hyundai Cup, it might as well be, absolutely. So 30 cars this evening for what plans to be an absolutely incredible race. So don't forget, guys, if you are here as well for the first time, turn on the bell, subscribe, Give the video a big old thumbs up as well if you're watching, and whether or not that's on the JPB YouTube channel or on the SRL TV YouTube channel as well. It is for you. Yeah, now, I've worked out something, right, Dan, and I was sat here watching this earlier on, and I was sitting there thinking, this is a lot of cars to try and keep up with. So what I've decided is within the first 5 laps, maybe, there might not be any replays due to missing any action, all right? And that isn't me sitting here thinking I don't want to show you anything. That's me sitting here, what's going to be best for you guys to watch. You don't want to watch replay after replay after replay, because we know with this amount of cars, there's going to be incidents. So, you know, what we will do is just keep it sensible on the amount of replays we're going to show as well, because at the end of the day, we want as much action as we can possibly get, all right? And I don't want to fill your screen up with replays. So, you know, that's going to be the best way, I think, of how to deal with this evening, and I cannot wait here as well. There are the times currently at the moment. There is a second between 1st and 19th, between Dan Blees at the top and Jay Corley in 19th place. And it's great that Jay's here. I've loved watching Jay in his broadcast that he does as well on Twitch. And I think it's absolutely incredible he's here tonight. I'm psyched at the moment. I feel like I'm commentating on a real life Superman, because Jay is just absolutely incredible. So if you haven't seen Jay, go and watch his stuff over on Twitch and that as well. We will be entering into qualifying very, very shortly as well. So yeah, it's going to be an insane evening of racing. A second gap between 1st and 19th. I think, to be honest, I don't know what more we could ask for, apart from how mad going to be, like seriously crazy. But you know, let's see what happens as we wait for the guys to all register in for quali and get out on the starting grid first. And it is Jay Corley on the first run around here this evening as well. It is close quali, as you can see. Probably a sensible idea with the amount of cars. They do have 10 minutes or 3 laps. What is the format? Now, one of the things as well, Heat 1 will be 20 minutes. Then we will have a 5-minute warm-up. And then we will have Heat 2, which will also be 20 minutes. But that's going to be a top 20 invert, okay? So basically, the guy who finishes first will be finishing down in, well, so it's going to be incredible. But when we get Jay round on the start-finish straight, we will take a lap on board with Jay Corley and see what he is able to do for us. He's coming in to Hobbs Corner, which is a tricky hairpin section. Now, this is the bit I always struggle with. This downhill left-hander is always tough for me to get right. And I find that I just don't end up carrying enough speed at that specific section. And I think that's what causes me problems. So I'm hoping that these guys will be doing considerably better than I can, and I'm hoping that they will show me how to do it, because I'm expecting some absolutely incredible racing. I've got Jay coming round turn Mike Knight corner before we goes into last turn, and we will jump on board with Jay, see what he sees within the cockpit as we go down into Okayama. Now we're going to be on full throttle here to the max. Currently at this moment up into 5th gear, looking for the curb on the left-hand side. We're just going to brake it up, start that shadow, sorry. Then we're going to get the car settled down into 2nd, round 1st corner we go. We're going to let it drift to a little bit left before we take it to the right. And here into the Williams, we want to lay apex and onto the gas we go. We get it lined up, we use as much as the exit curve. Now we want to straight line this. We don't want too much overturning on that corner. We look again just before the 50. Start coming down through the gears. 2nd gear down through Atwood. On this run up the hill now, we're going to be full throttle at this point, trying to get on this gas, get this car set up, ready to go. All the way up into 5th gear here, travelling along this long back straight. We're going to be looking, there's a little tower on the left-hand side. We're going to brake just before that, and then we're going to go down through the gears. 1st gear, we go in a little bit deep there, on board with Jay. We're going to let it drift to the left. Then we're going to pull it to the right and look for this left-hander. We double the throttle to get it round, ride as much of the outside curve as we can. We can't take too much because the off-track is there. We want to make sure we don't hit that. Again, ride the curb. Again, just before the 50 board. We're going to be on the brakes down here now. 1st gear, we're going to wrap it round Redman corner on the right before we go round the Hobbs. Now we're going to be on the power here. We're going to get the car set up, and now this is where we're going to start turning just after the tower on the right. Get it lined up, little hold off the throttle, dab again, fourth gear, down to third we go, down to second, we'll get it round the last corner, right in as much of the exit curve as we can. And before we go on this run, down the start, finish straight. And this will be one of the first times on the board here by Jay Corley. Did we manage to get round? Oh, we did it on a 1:39.67, instantly done. Then behind that from John Brown. So again, these guys absolutely flying. There's a lot of times coming through the bottom here. I'll have to give it a minute before we start switching over, because there will be a lot of times flicking up as well. Dan Mould is another one that's just gone across the line. Arthur Thirdle's got no time on the board at the moment. He's coming around the last corner currently at this moment in time, before we run across and see what Thirdle can do here this evening as he goes across the line very, very shortly. I'm expecting Thirdle to go jumping up to the timing tower. There he goes on a 1:38.665. Craig on that as well. He's going across the Brown on the thing, but it's John Brown again. Seems to be setting purple sectors currently at the moment, and he is absolutely flying. Currently sitting in 10th place is John here tonight as well. So stay tuned for this one, because it's looking like it's going to be an absolute incredible evening here. John just heading up through Redman Corner currently at the moment. Corley there setting the yellow sector 1, and then he's green in sectors 2 and 3. On board with Brown. This is John Brown from the SRL Simulation Racing League. He's going to be going down now, down the last corner. He goes 4.5 minutes remaining here for the qualifying on the gas. Here with a high Hyundai Veloster. Across the line, what's he going to be able to get on the board? Oh, third place, 1:38.54 for John. Absolutely incredible. Garrity in the Honda. He's coming across the line as well. What is Garrity going to be able to do on the board? Is he going to topple his 1:40.55? Oh, he does. He doesn't move up very far. 1:39.49. We can see Sam Blease has broken the 1:37 barrier. Dan Mould is trying to break the 1:37 barrier. JT Johnson in the Audi here this evening. Oh, goes in deep at the top of Hobbs before he runs round Mike Knight corner, the second to last. What can JT do? Can he drag the sole Audi up the grid? It's going to be a tough order. We know that anyway, but let's see how JT can do here. He's green all across the board. Where is he going to put that the Audi? Waiting for his time to come through. Nothing coming through at the moment. Derek Crowther in 11th, however. We do have Corley in front of him, currently in 17th. Going round the Mike Knight as well, which is the second to last corner. What he can do. Brightly liveried Elantra runs off track. Wants to kind of try and avoid that one, because that's going to be a tough one for their Corley to improve. Goes up 16th. Derek Crowther comes across the line as well. Sam Blease is flying. He's just gone across the line. Roger Morton is here this evening as well. Look at this. The timing, the qualifying bar at the bottom can't keep up with these guys running round at the moment. Fraser Garrity is another one that's just completed his lap. Dan Mould has gone across the line. Mark Draper just gone across the line as well. He's gone into second place. 1:37.895. Arthur Thirdle. See what he's going to be able to do as he comes across the line as well. The final lap here for Thirdle. Currently in 6th. Goes up into 4th. Arthur Thirdle in 4th. Absolutely incredible. Carl Fleet with no time currently on the board at the moment. The only one that can really make a difference. You can see the second gap between 1st and currently 10th. And that's Morton in 10th beforehand. So let's go and see if Carl Fleet can get a time on the board here. He again is in the Elantra. We've got Eric Ronenberg as well. Roger Morton's going again. There's no improvements for them, but it is all about Fleet currently at the moment. How is he going to do? Is he going to bury this round the last corner? Got to get on that car. He didn't take I don't think he let it run enough on the left-hand side. He could have taken more of the curb than he did. Currently at the moment, Carl Fleet comes across the board. What does he do? 140.44 goes into 28th place for Fleet there as well. McCann is another one that's going to be coming across the line. Where's McCain going to go? McCain's going to go into 15th. Garrity. No improvements for Garrity as well. I have a funny feeling this race tonight is going to go two ways, right? It's either going to go clean as a whistle, and I mean clean. So clean you can eat your dinner off it, or it's just going to be chaos. Let me know in chat what you think and how this is going to go, because it's going to. I'm not really sure what to predict. I don't know about anybody else, but let me know what you think. Potato, chaos. All right, well, you know, could have come in saying a bit more positive, but, you know, we'll go with that. First quarter chaos, says Potato. Neil Stevenson as well. He is coming off round past Williams. They've got 27 seconds here. They have done their 3 laps. It is 10 minutes, all 3 laps. Carl Fleet, the only one that hasn't. I don't know. Is he going to be able to get across the board within 15 seconds? Going to be tough for him. He's coming round my 9 corner, second to last. He's down to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. He hits the last corner at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is he going to be able to finish his lap? No. Simon Tower says absolutely right. The grid is up. Dan Blease is in first. Mark Draper in second. Dan Mould third. Arthur Ferdle fourth. Gary Craig in fifth. Michael Cochran in sixth. Derek Carver seventh. John Brown eighth. Steve Harwood ninth. Roger Morton 10th. Ballas Tarowski in 11th. And Ben Denya is in 12th place. Beyond that, you've got Stephen Fry 13th. Brian Patton in 14th, Alan McCain 15th, Fraser Garrity 16th, Stuart Gibbons 17th, Neil Stevenson 18th, Jay Corley 19th, Tom Stanley 20th, Niels Manshanden in 21st, Eric Ronenberg 22nd, Scott Malcolm 23rd, Craig Waters is in 24th. Beyond that, we've got Mark Brown 25th, Paul Cugley 26th, Chris Barnes 27th, Carl Fleet 28th, Richard White 29th, JT 30th, and did I make it? Just. So there we go. Right. 3 cars remaining on grid, ready to go. Let's see how this one all pans out here this evening. Right, just waiting for Manshanden to get onto the grid. Got to take my jumper off. So let's see here what we can do. Got about 30 seconds remaining as Manshanden. I'm hoping Neil's here is on there ready to go. Grabbing a drink, or he's going off at whatever he's doing, but he's got 15. He should here tonight. As you can see, the cars all lined up. The lights are going to be coming on. Manshanden's going to be in the pits. 3, 4, 5. And this SRL TCR fun race is underway. Blee's got a slow start. Draper's right up beside him currently at the moment. Dan Mould as well as they go rushing down into turn 1. Everybody seems to at the moment further back as well make it through. Ben Denya, Stephen Fry there as well. Have we made it through the full car grid? We have here this evening, and I think that is testament to how amazing these guys have done. But it's Sam Blease up front with Mark Draper, with Dan Mould, with Gary Craig. Here we go now for the first time down into Atwood with these guys. Craig has lost a position to Dirtle. Dirtle's bullied him off the inside. And now we're going to go on this run up a long back straight. They're going to be 3 wide. They are 3 wide. As well, it's going to be going off. They've backed up a little bit, but Thurtle and Brown. Oh, how is this going to go? Thurl loses the position to Cochrane. There's been a big one. Big one. It's the big one. And it's happened already. The big one here tonight has happened. And it's people jumping all over the place at the moment as well. Corley was involved. Stanley, Ronenberg, White, Madsen, Toroski. Everybody currently at the moment is involved in that one. We'll have a look back very shortly, but I want to see this battle between Thurl and Cochrane as they come around now. My Knight's going around the last corner. Going to be a rundown into turn one from Thurl. I can see it now. You can see it now. Thurl there in the blue. Cochrane in front in the black with splash paint colours. Currently at the moment. There goes Thurl, tucked up right behind him. And here we go in tonight, Ben Denya as well. Now that incident involved 1, 2, and it started here with Patton and Corley. Oh, Patton goes in deep into Toroski. Toroski goes round, Corley goes off. And then after that, it's just a parking lot. Cars absolutely everywhere. And unfortunately, Patton, sorry sir, it kind of kicked off from there. And it was all a bit of a mess after that one, as you can see here tonight, guys, as well. Dan Blease is on track. Patton, Toroski, Garrity, Walters, Malcolm, Gibbons, Ronenberg, Stanley, Barnes and White were all involved in that incident. Good evening, Craig Jones. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us here for the SRL TCR event live from Okayama. The fun race this evening. No damage tonight either. John Brown's got a bit of a train behind him. Steve Hayward, Ralva, Morton, Denya, Fry, McCain, Garrett and Stevenson. All that little pack of cars there all the way through, but Cochrane is still, unfortunately, got Thurl tucked up right behind him at the moment. I tell you what, Thurl is all over the back of him at the moment. There is Arthur Thurl in the Hyundai. Funny enough, the Hyundai top 13 mixes of the Veloster and Elantra, and then we get into the 14th place there of the Honda of Fraser Garrity. But Arthur Thurl is well tucked up and a half here. Morton, whoa! Morton, Fry there. That was a definite close one. Morton on the left-hand side, Fry on the right. Here we go. Fry's going to make the move on the inside. There's moves behind as well. McCain and Garrity. Oh, is Garrity going to run that inside line up round Atwood? He is, and then he's off. Up the back straight he goes, does Fraser Garrity, one after the other. Fry has literally, he could not, can't get rid of Morton. McCain here as well. Oh, Garrity. Oh, Garrity nearly runs him so deep there, it's impossible to see. Yeah, on board with Fraser Garrity. We've got McCain in front of us, we've got Stevenson behind us. Up 3 and 4 gates respectively on that one. Stephen Fry is being chased by Roger Morton and cannot shift him at the moment any more than Dan Mould can shift Mark Draper or Craig behind him. So let's see how this one pans out. Ronenberg has unfortunately been involved in an incident in that bright pink car there of the Hyundai Elantra. Craig Waters is here as well. He's in from SRL. So Craig there. He's got Stuart Gibbons tucked up behind him at the moment. So is Chris Barnes. Barnes now in the number 1. Goes up the inside. Loses the position to Hailwood. Is he going to be able to get it back through? Williams is not at the moment, but Craig now. And that is Draper in front of us and Mould right behind us. These two guys, these 4, right, between Blease, Draper, Craig and Mould, have literally got an I rating of over 17k at the moment. So you can see where the average is at here between these 4 guys. And it's Draper, Craig, Mould, Cochrane's getting involved as well. He wants a piece of it. Draper's got the cake. And Cochrane's at the back, and he wants some bad, and he's trying to push that Hyundai as forward as he goes. In the Velostar there as well. Damo for full send racing in the Elantra. We've got an Elantra Veloster sandwich here between Draper, Craig, Mould and Cochrane. Bleeth is down the road. There's Bleeth at the top end of your picture currently at the moment. He's making waves to get away from these guys as best as he physically can. We got gaps closing throughout the field as well. Carl Fleet looks like he's having a battle here with JT Johnson in the Audi. Fleet looks like he's going to run him up the inside, coming into Hobbs at the top there. Oh, Fleet's left the door wide open, and he's got burgled. So there we go, Carl Fleet got robbed by JT Johnson there as well, and nearly lost a position to Richard White. Stuart Gibbons, Scott Malcolm, they're swapping positions. They come running down into turn one. Craig, though, is still chasing down Draper currently at this moment in time. Here we go. Craig now running up through Outward up this big straight away at the moment. He's going to be looking back, and all he's going to be seeing is the ever looming full send down Mould. Can Mould do this? Down one. Oh, we're nearly inside. Mould looks like he carries a lot more speed through that top hairpin there as well. Down Mould now, Gary Craig right behind him currently at this moment in time. This could not be any closer. Carl Hardy, good evening, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. Gary Craig now. He just can't shift. Down Mould currently at the moment, and Cochrane cannot get close enough to get involved in this battle here as well. Is this going to be Mould's opportunity? There is Craig's car, 137.744 from Bleeth up front. Oh, Mould now is trying. Here we go. Can he run? There's Williams. Oh, he's wrapped up on the inside. Here we go. This is going to be the one. If Mould's going to do it, he's got to be looking to get him off the inside line. On that through Williams, he goes. Is he going to come now? He's going to try and run the outside of Atwood. Got to cut him back. He has to try and cut that back. He's not going to be able to run that outside line. It's so much longer again there from Mould. He just can't do it. He cannot afford to run that outside line. Look at the defense from Craig. He's defending harder than a Jose Mourinho football team currently at the moment. If you're Roma, look out, because this is how your coach does it. Mould's going around the outside. He's going to run him around the outside of the hairpin. Is he going to make it through this time? Got to bully him off that inside line. Oh, there was nearly contact. Mould's got to run him off that inside line. He's got to bully him. He's got to get his elbows out. He's got to turn around and say, I need that line. I want that line. I need to take that line. So he needs to really get hold of that inside line, because at the moment, Craig is literally hugging it tighter than my daughter with a teddy bear, I'll tell you that much. And he's making sure nobody is getting rid of that inside line at the moment, not at least down Mould. And Mould just cannot get Craig off that line. He's got to try somewhere to carry more speed, and he's got to do it. He had that chance into Williams on that run down into Atwood, and he didn't make it stick currently at the moment. Roger Morton's currently in 11th place. But it's all about here with Dan Mould. Don't forget, it's the top 20 reverse at the moment, so Tom Stanley is sitting in prime position to make it through. I want to go back here with Mark Brown, Malcolm and Stanley. Brown here in 18th. He's got Walters in front, Malcolm behind him. This will be your front line for race 2 with Stanley on pole. So Stanley's going to be at the back. If you think race 1 is going to be chaotic, well, race 2 is definitely going to be going for it as well. Morton as well. He's trying to, at the moment, get rid of and defend from McCain. Craig, Hill trying to get rid of Mould. This is where Mould's quicker. Carries so much more speed. Look at the gap. Look at the gap there. He's got to get him now. He's got to try. Where he can get him on this inside, I do not know, but he's got to have a go. Mould's running quicker. He's He's got the bit between the teeth, and the bit at the moment is Craig. Here we go with Mould. Is he going to send it this time? Here he goes. He sticks his nose out. Is it going to work? He's pulling the inside line. Now Mould's through. Craig's coming back on the Hobbs. Oh, Mould, contact. Mould and Cochrane there. It was contact there on the inside of Hobbs. We'll come round Mike 9 now, down into the last corner. Here we go. 8 minutes on the clock. You would be thinking like these guys are battling as if it's the last lap. Dan Mould almost got Craig off that inside line, and he left the door open. The problem is Cochrane said, well, if you're going to leave that open, son, I'm coming in. Make me a coffee, get me breakfast. I'm coming in for something there as well, because you're leaving that door wide open at the moment, trying to battle Craig currently in the moment. And is the fact that Mould is stuck behind Craig, is it affecting what's going to be going forward into Draper? Do we know where Mould would have been without it? No, it's insane here tonight as we're going around Atwood. Oh, Craig's got in. He's got in far too hot there. He's not carried as much speed as Mould did behind him. There we go. Craig straight on the defensive. Then into Mould. He's like, well, if you're going to take it, son, you've got to run me outside, and I'm not going to let you have it. I'm going to squeeze you. I'm going to squeeze you. Oh, Craig. Can Mould get his nose up the inside now as he's dropping on that inside left? No, still there. Mould is still there. Unfortunately for Dan Mould, he's still there. He looks back. It looks like he's dropping back. Tom Stanley, Stuart Gibbons, and Malcolm. He's got Malcolm here as well. Oh, Malcolm's on the inside line. Stanley's on the out. There's contact. Can he keep it on? Can Stanley stop that? TCR, he can. Oh, he does just about there as well. Well done, Stanley. Stopping it there with contact with Scott Malcolm. Oh, Craig's gone off. He must have gone off. He lost 2 places. Here's the, oh, he did. Craig carried too much. On that back end, he's going to be sitting there after all that defensive work done by Gary Craig, and he just sees it flush down the toilet in one go. He loses the position to Mould. He's lost that position to Cochrane as well. Unbelievable. Morton has slowly broken away from McCain and Garrity. He's now trying to make strides forward into Fry, but Fry is about a second, if not a little bit more, up the road at the moment. Corley is all the way down in 20 seconds. Oh, big spinner on the back, that's Fleet. I believe that actually that's Patton in the pits. It wasn't Fleet, it was Patton. They got the same livery. But here is Corley and Gibbons. Round Atwood we go on this run now, up from Corley. God, he can't, can he get in? Is the route there for him to get in? That's the question. Corley now, Gibbons on the left-hand side. Oh, he's going to try and run around the outside. That's not going to work. You need to be a lot tighter than that to him, Corley. 5:24 on the clock of race 1, and I think you've got to admit, it's been absolutely incredible. Fraser Garrity here as well, the only Honda currently in 13th. Corley's looking to send it out the inside. Here he goes. Oh. Gibbons turns around and says, no. Cochrane and Craig are back at it again. Michael Cochrane and Gary Craig locked in up front at the moment. Still got 27 cars remaining. Hansden is not running at the moment, but Cochrane there as well. Craig Waters is another one. He's just lost a position to Malcolm. Stanley's going to be coming up as well. Stanley wants some as well. They're running around Williams now. Stanley's on the outside. Surely can't make that work. That was Mark Brown there, taking a little bit of digging in the sandpit. But Cochrane now has got Craig on the outside. Here they go, running up into the hairpin. Michael Cochrane on the inside. Gary Craig's got it deep. That's allowed the door wide open for Ferdal. Ferdal's got to look at trying carrying on. This is not going to work if they're going to... Oh, they're not going to make contact. Craig tightened up that corner. enough to allow Thurtle room, and I think you've got to admit that is impressive. Morton, Fry, look at this, nose to tail here as well. Fry has got Morton tucked up right behind him. Morton's going to try and send it out the inside. Fry's going to turn around and say no. Fry, what can Morton do though? He can't leave that door open, he can't, ooh. He nearly lost it there, Roger Morton nearly had Alan McCain right in the back of him at a rate of knots. But McCain now got to go again over Morton. Morton's got to try. Morton's on the gravel. Digging sands. Here's McCain's chance. McCain runs out. Who's running out on the right-hand side? Morton there as well. Are we going to have free ride with Fraser Garrity? Garrity thought about it. Morton lost the position. Lost the position to McCain. Is he going to lose the position to Garrity? It's coming through to Williams. Let's open up your steering. Let him run it wide. Gary's going to run him around the outside. Oh, Garrity on the entrance to the Williams S there did an absolutely incredible job. Morton now is going down the order faster than my daughter eating gummy bears. I'll tell you that one, because he's just about, if he's not careful, going to lose another position to Stevenson. And this is going to be into the hairpin here. But Thurtle is still trying to get away from Craig currently at the moment. Did Morton survive this run from Stevenson? He did, but he lost 2 places in the changeover. Stanley is now another one that is under the cosh currently at the moment. Malcolm in front, Brown behind, 2:22 on the clock. The leader is just coming round Hobbs Corner, but it should be one or one more. I'll keep an eye on where the leader is. That is, of course, Sam Blease up front. Not really seen much of him. He got away at the start, and Blease is gone. He's already checking out into next week. He's going to come across the line. Yes, we're going to get one or one more. Goes across the line. Yep, definitely one or one more to go. Thurtle's on the gravel. That last corner causing somewhat of a sticky wicket here. But Arthur Thurtle, Craig's trying to come back through. He's lost 3 positions. Can't be sitting there happy currently. But he's got to get back to what he was driving like earlier on, because he was driving incredible. The defense from Craig was literally insane. So it was absolutely amazing, the defense from Craig. We've now got to see what his offense is like. What is Craig's offense like? He's laid his hands at defense, shown us what his defense line has got. Stephen Fry here, Morton, Garrity. There's been an incident with Mark Brown and Scott Malcolm. There is Mark Brown. Oh! Whoa! Man! We are lucky that is the simulator, because that would have been certain death at the speed there that Scott Malcolm come through. Was he helped by Tom Stanley? Going to be questionable, I think, on that one, but Thurtle now has got the Craig running outside of Hobbs. Oh, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't be that filthy on him. Craig now, no, backs off, settles back in behind Thurtle going into the last corner. He is going to be looking at trying to get a better run at the moment. Thurtle's had to tighten it up. Come on, on 37, Blease on the final lap of the race. Blease on the final lap. Thurtle's gone to the right. Here we go, there's Barney, he's waving. Craig's going to try and run him around the outside of turn 1. Now going to have the inside of Williams if he can carry enough speed. Just got to let that car run. If Thurtle's there, then Thurtle's there, unfortunately. But Thurtle's got the inside line on this run down into Atwood now. They're going to chip left and try and straighten up as much as possible. Craig's looked at diving back. Craig's dummied him. Craig's on the inside of Farwell. In Atwood. He needs a push. He needs a push. John Brown, he needs a push going up through Atwood into the hairpin. Oh, Thurtle's got it back. He cuts straight across the nose. Craig now has got Brown around the outside for good company as well. Behind that, Crowther and Denya. Oh, Craig, don't leave the door. Don't leave the door. John Brown's going to come and take it. Brown's tightened up. Oh. Fertile now. I will pick up Pleased in a minute. He's going around the second to last corner. It's all about what Craig can do over Fertile. Okay, here comes Pleased. The checkered flag, Sam Blease. Mark Draper, Dan Mould, Michael Cochran. This is where we want to see Arthur Fertile, Craig Brown and Crowther, and also Denyer was involved in that one. Excellent racing from them guys. McCain and Garrity now. Morton lost that position to Stevenson. There's Morton going across the line. He's got Stevenson in front of him at the moment. Tom Stanley, questionable whether or not he was involved in the Scott Malcolm incident. We would need to have a look back at that one as well as these guys come across the line, wrapping it up. Eric Ronenberg there was involved at the beginning. Corley's going to come across the line. Corley and Gibbons. Oh, Corley gets it. Mark Brown there with Paul Cugley and Carl Fleet. And then Richard White behind that. And then we're just waiting for JT Johnson. I want to try, if I can, get on the nose. It might have actually been Mark Brown here. No, that was Stanley. Oh! If that was real life, termination. Termination for the Mark Brown there. Yeah, look, Stanley's well inside Malcolm there. Malcolm's gone. And that was it. Ooh. Right. Well, after that, well, absolutely incredible, epic race. Right. Welcome in, everybody. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Pete Newman, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. Didn't look like much contact. Think Netco played a part. Well, as we've just seen, Stanley was literally inside Malcolm. And that one as well. Potato there. Some weird glitch where I could not... and Mr. Hardy, it all depends how you rub in the TCR. It does some strange stuff. Well, but it's been... I think you admit... been an incredible race. Loopy Racing, good luck drivers. Alexandra Longo, good boy, go boys, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us there as well. Well, that was all I missed currently at the moment. So thank you again to everybody for joining me this evening. James Parfitt in the booth, bringing you as much of the action. Don't forget, we've got a top 20 reverse. Don't know about anybody else, but that is going to be somewhat incredible here this evening as well. So top 20 reverse here tonight. Well, we've got three remaining. Let's bring you up the results here this evening. Dan Blease is your victor. Mark Draper in second. Dan Mould third. Michael Cochran fourth. Arthur Fertile in. Gary Craig in sixth place there. John Brown in seventh. Derek Crowther eighth. Ben Denyer ninth. Alan McCain in 10th. Fraser Garrity in 11th. Well, Roger Morton down in 13th. Steve Howard 14th. Christopher Barnes 15th. Tom Stanley 16th. And Craig Walters down in place. Beyond that, Jay Corley in 18th, Stuart Gibbons in 19th, Eric Ronenberg in 20th, Carl Fleet 21st, Paul Cugley in 22nd, Mark Brown 23rd, Richard White 24th, JT Johnston 25th, Stephen Fry 26th, Scott Malcolm 7th, Rhian Patton in 28th, and Ballas Tarowski in 29th. And I believe Niels didn't take start line, if I'm not mistaken. So there was one more there as well, but he didn't take start line. There we go. Nice first one. The next seems to be awesome. Well, it's going to be. And I'm hoping to try and catch as much of the action as I can in this one because it's going to be incredible with the faster guys back in 20th place. What does the force feedback feel like in iRacing compared to other sims? I have no idea, mate. I can't tell you on that one. Partly because I've only driven iRacing and a little bit of ACC. That's it. So I can't actually answer. I'm the same as Carl Hardy. Haven't not got a clue there as well on the force feedback. I don't believe there's much in F1 2022 if my son keeps telling me, but it's whether or not he set it up correctly. Now, I don't know if Tarowski realised that damage was off in that first race because he quit and he looked like he just got spun. Maybe Tarowski could have carried on, but have to live and learn, I think, that one for Ballas Tarowski. So, go. But just, yeah, sorry, mate, I can't really help you on that. Paulie is out as well, having a practice. So, go. Jay Corley, flash in. What, Jay? This is like, you know, if I could ask for an autograph right about now, I would, because I think Jay Corley is amazing as well. And what he does on YouTube, he does on Twitch, is incredible. So if you haven't, go and check him out. Definitely worth a visit there as well in the races he does. It does look like somewhat like the picture on the side of his van, on the side of his car. I'm surprised from his social media activity that he hasn't actually died of an heart attack about now, because he eats a lot of food, does Mr. Corley, a lot of food. And he posts pictures on Twitter constantly of things like a sausage and bacon burger and rolls and stuff like that. So, you know, settle down, Mr. Corley, or get some exercise. Hope you're at the gym there, son, because, you know, ease up on that fatty food for you. So my doctor keeps telling me. As well. Oh, nice. There we go. Fix it into the wall. Right, we are going to be coming in with for race 2. Here we go. Ronenberg in first. Gibbons in second. Corley is in third. Waters fourth. Tom Stanley fifth. Christopher Barnes sixth. Steve Howard seventh. Roger Morton eighth. Neil Stevenson ninth. Fraser Garrity in 10th. Alan McCain in 11th. And Ben Denya in 12th place. Beyond that, we've missed some. Where have you gone? What is going on? Back. Beyond that, Crowther in 13th, Brown 14th, Craig 15th, Thurtle 16th, Cochran 17th, Mould 18th, Draper 19th, Please in 20th, Fleet 21st, Cugley 22nd, Brown 23rd, White in 24th. Johnston behind that 25th, Fry 26th, Malcolm 27th, Patton 28th, Tarowski 29th, Manhandon in 30th. I'm not quite sure if Manhandon is going to start this time or if he's just in the session. But we're going to start with Eric Ronenberg. Is going to be on pole position. See what happens here at the start. The lights are on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the battle commence. And it's starting up front already. Corley has got the start of his life. Here this evening, he's got into first place already. They're 3 wide further back. Look at all the chaos going to happen behind that. Everybody at the moment makes it through. I can't tell you where people are. There's timing towers going. Oh, big off. Offs in front is going to be that parking lot. McCain's involved. That was Howard, I believe, started that one. John Brown. Paulie has gone down the order. He's dropped all the way down. Going to have to try and lengthen the incident argument here. Corley dropped down the order. And unfortunately for Corley, he went off track and that dropped him down. That's allowed Craig Waters up front, currently in here for Team SRL. Currently out in front, but this is it. Oh, big off. Craig's off. Craig is off. Please, did he make it through? Please is off. That all goes through. Corley's gone round again. Corley there, gone round again. Jay Corley been in more times than Kyler Minogue did. And unfortunately, he's gone off there as well. Jay Corley down in 25th. There's a lot gone on. There's a lot gone on. Oh, mate. Oh, Sorosky. There's so much to try and look back at, and I don't even know where to start here this evening. I think sometimes it could just be best not to go back because it doesn't know where it's going to go back to. But Balas Sorosky chasing down Fry here currently at the moment. Craig Waters is out in front. He's opened up a little bit of a gap. He's got half a second. Sorosky's looking on the inside line down into turn one. They're free wide, further back. Corley again is on the inside. JT Johnson. Oh, Corley making... Unfortunately for Jake Corley, he's got Gary Craig tucked up right behind him. There's moves in the middle. Sam Blees. Blees has lost the position to Mark Brown. Blees is looking to cut it back though. Here we go. Blees through Atwood is done. Mark Brown now down in 11th position. Yeah, John Brown as well. He's trying to make a move all over the back of Roger Morton at the moment. And Brown clear Morton. Brown's got the inside line. Morton, you need to tighten it up, son. Yo! Morton there nearly lost his nose, and Brown nearly lost his nose, and it was all going to be plastic surgeon needed for John Brown. Michael Cochran has just lost a position to Dan Mould. Dan Mould is up flying, up 10. Grauver up 10 as well. Now, oh, look at that, all plus gains. Brown and Morton, they're swapping. Oh, that's why they're swapping. Morton's on the outside for the run round my night. Oh, it's got to be Paul. Pick him up, stick him in your pocket, Morton, because otherwise you're not going to make it. He's going to run Brown round the last corner. Oh, it's going to be free wide. Going to be free wide. We are. Roger Moore, John Brown, Scott Malcolm. Oh, Brown sails back in. He comes back out again. Here comes Malcolm. Oh, Brown and Malcolm behind him. I think Morton got saved there. Craig Waters, unfortunately, now has got Mr. Garrity up right behind him. Carl Fleet has been off track. Well, Craig Waters out in front with Fraser Garrity tucked up right behind him currently at the moment. And I think you have to admit, Gary's going to... Oh, there's contact. Gary's out. He's got pushed off the line. Derek Crowther's going to try and come back at him. Crowther makes it. Can Crowther hold it? Oh, he does this time. Derek Crowther holds it there. Minutes remaining. Stevenson, Garrity in the Honda, don't forget that. Out of all the TCR cars, I've wondered what the Honda's like at the moment, right? My fear is, though, I'm seeing a lot of Elantras, and Elantra seems to be the way to go, and I'm wondering whether or not maybe that's why I can't drive them, because the only one I'm driving is the Audi. Maybe it don't really suit me. But I was looking for the dive. But Blees is on a 137.863 currently at the moment. Trying to make his way back through the field. He's going to start entering in. Oh, that's somebody else. Denya taken to the gravel. That's allowed Dan Mould through. The problem with Blees now, going to enter into the fast pack that made it through the chaos. So you've got Cochrane, Denya, Mould, Thurtle, Stanley, and then it's all going to be even tougher for him at the moment. Stuart Gibbons, Gary Craig just runs him down through the Moss S's. And Stuart Gibbons makes it through. Paul Cugley here with Roger Morton, John Brown. Oh, Morton cleared. Oh. Ugly there, it's gone round. Oh, hold your brakes, son. Paul Cugley, contact with Tarosky up front as well. Tarosky's on a mission, right? I know Tarosky from the another series. Not going to be happy about where he is situated at this moment in time, right? He's going to try and run Ronenberg around the outside. purely because he can. And it's not anything about Torowski there. He's you've got to get your nose up the inside. Otherwise you're going to spin Ronenberg round. Oh, Ballas is angry. He's driving on a man on a mission. They're going to go too wide into Mike Knight and too wide in last, which means Torowski's got to tighten it up. Does so there. Does he get the run out at the moment? Fry has also got a good run as well down into turn one. Torowski looks like he's going to have this over Ronenberg. I'm surprised Torowski's not in the Audi. I've got to be honest. He's normally one for that. Torowski in the Elantra. Ronenberg here. They're not giving each other due. Cochrane and Blees has just made it through currently at the moment. Blees has cleared Cochrane. Torowski's lost that position to Ronenberg again. He's got him going again. He's got the inside line now on this run up the hill. He needs Fry almost to tuck up right behind him and give him a nudge. Fry decides to go the other way. Torowski on the left. Ronenberg on the pink in the middle. Torowski's letting him know he's there, I'll tell you that much. The problem is behind that, you've got Gary Craig who's trying to make his way through this battle as well. Craig's just run too wide with Stephen Fry. They're in banks of two. It's like watching Noah's Ark's animals. 2v2 there. Fry let that car run wide. And that was a no way through for Gary Craig, apart from losing the position to Chris Barnes. Up front. Wow. Oh, but Waters, Gary, Stevenson, Stanley and Dirtle are separated by literally less than a second. 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, no, second between the top 6. Oh, Stanley, play nice. Play nice. Oh. Don't forget, guys, as well, you can still get involved with this as well. This is the fundraiser. This is the one that was open to all. This is not the season opener. So you can get yourself involved in this one, okay? Stanley's just lost that position to Stevenson. Turtles now is looking at coming back, and Dan Mould is in the mix as well. So don't forget, you can join the Discord down on the SRL in the description below as well. Get yourself involved. Come and sign up for the next TCR season here this evening, because I think, well, you can see what the action's like. It's incredible. Turtle there as well. Dan Mould's trying to run him around the outside. Stevenson and Stanley are still going at it. They're in the middle of the pack. Stanley. Oh, no. No, no, no. He's good. If he lets that run wide, he's going to be off. Oh. Stanley's now at the inside of Stevenson. Stevenson's going to run him up the inside of Hobbs. The turquoise of Stanley on the left. Hobbs. We've got Dirtles involved as well. Stevenson's on the left-hand side now in the blue, white and black. Stevenson tightened it up. He's lost speed. He's dropped back from Stanley. He's now into the grips of Dirtle, who's got Sam Blees in behind him with Dan Mould as well. These battles, 2, 4, 6, 7. One mistake. Somebody's going round. Dirtle there as well. Dan Mould, Sam Blees. They're back in their banks. They're back in their banks of 2. Here we go. Dan Mould trying to run Sam Blees around. He's giving him room. Sam and Dan and Denya and Cochrane and Mould and Turtle. This is the battle. Cogley, obviously, as we saw, went off there. Further up from that. Everybody's lights, come on. It's like we're all on camera. Turn your lights on. Fraser Garrity, Tom Stanley. Stanley's trying to get up here with Craig Waters and Garrity. Garrity's in the only Honda on the track. And Garrity now puts it into second place. Craig Waters tucked up right behind him as well. Stanley tucked behind that as well. Stevenson here with Dirtle, Mould and Blees. Dirtle now. Now Mould's trying to run Stevenson around the outside. Coming into, he's got the inside line for Hobbs. Blees has got to look at coming through on Mould as well. Got to try and follow Mold through. Oh, contact with Stevenson and Bleeds. They managed to hold it as they go around Mike Knight corner. Coming around, it's contact again. They've held it. Bleeds held it. Stevenson went sideways. Oh, Stevenson's off. Oh, he did a dramatic save. He saved it harder than Gordon Banks, and unfortunately for that, he lost it after that. But Gary Waters, Stanley. Here we go. Craig Waters on the left-hand side from Team SRL. We've got Team Tom Stanley there as well. He's in the mix, but behind that, we've got Thurtle, Mould, and Blease is trying to cap back up after being involved with Stevenson. This little 4, Banks in 2 again, 2v2. Waters being pushed along by Thurtle. He needs Thurtle to bump draft him in, I tell you that much. Oh, Thurtle's now looking at making a move on the outside here with 3 wide. Stanley, Thurtle, and Waters. Oh, it's 3 wide, back around the hairpin they go. Oh, Scott Purse taking the opportunity to try and clear Stanley. Is Darren Mould from full send on the right hand side. Has he backed the wrong horse being behind Craig Waters? He's decided he's had enough. Look at this picture. 5 cars, blanket round. Oh no, he held it. Waters held it. Oh, it's contact. They're literally throwing the cars at each other. Their mums are on the back seat chucking out the spoons she's got out on a ladle. She's throwing knives and forks out the back of the car. That's what they're chucking at each other currently. Unbelievable action from these 6 cars here. Denya just takes a little joint off the track. Stanley and Waters now up front. Waters is on the inside. Here we go. Down Mould now. Mould is coming up the inside. He's got Waters, he's got Blease pushing him through. Oh, Mould makes it through, but is Blease going to make it through? Poor old Waters has been bullied out. Stanley, Mould and Bleed all wanted his lunch money. And Craig Waters has given it up. He's lost 3 positions, including the one from Arthur Fertile. Don't forget, Waters was at the front at one point. The 6 bullies have gone past him and stolen his lunch money. And now, unfortunately, for Craig Waters, he's down in 7th place. Dan Blease, Cochrane's going to go through as well. Cochrane's trying to follow Blease through. Blease is opening the door and Cochrane's on his tail. 5:33 left on the clock on the left-hand side. And we've got this mix of cars here. They've settled down from what they were. But trust me, they were literally going at it tooth and nail. Denya's at the back of this pack. Daphne now has got Mould all over him. Tom Stanley, 5 minutes remaining. Mould behind that as well. Here we go, Mould from full send. Derek Crowver, I bet Crowver's up front. Just praying to the man upstairs not to let anybody through. Waters. Cochrane's trying to run him around the outside of turn 1. Mould is back trying to get hold of Stanley. He's got Blease behind him for company as well, which is really putting the pressure on Mould. He needs to not look at what Blease is doing and just make this pass on Stanley. And I think once he gets past with fastest lap of the race by Draper on 1:37.655 further back, Morton's involved in a battle as well. Or John Brown. It's close. There is John Brown in front of us. SRL TV on YouTube. Welcome in if you are here. Thank you so much for joining us. Brown is trying to run around the outside currently of Mark Brown. Morton. Man. Here we go, Mould and Stanley. Mould's going to dive up the inside. I think you're trying to get up in Redmond. It didn't make it this time. Blease is behind Mould. Oh, contact. Stanley got it wrong. Mould locked up. Blease decided nowhere for me to go, and unfortunately Sam Blease was in the back there with Dan Mould. Cochrane now with Denya and Walters. This is another little pack of battles as we see Cochrane go off. That's going to lose a position. The Denya is now going to be settling in behind him. There's a battle further back as Browns, the two Browns and Morton come round the last corner. There they are. It's like do you know what that reminded me of? It's like a Red Arrows routine. They're going down one behind each other, and then all of a sudden they all separate. It's quite impressive, to be fair. I don't know where that come from. Obviously, I've clearly watched the Red Arrows display somewhere there, and it looked like we had that on board with John Brown, Mark Brown, Roger Morton, and Scott Malcolm. They looked like they were followed, and then the crew chief break, and then they all three separated off. But John Brown there makes the most of that one and is taken 10th place. Balastarovsky is trying to get onto the back of the pack. He's trying to make his way through as well. Stanley still got Mould. Oh, that door is wide open. Come on. Can't do that. Not with Dan Mould. The only thing you can do now is send it in deep here. Round his second part, round Piper's corner. Can't leave the door open like that. Not with the likes of Dan Mould. He's not going to think twice about trying to come in and take that position away. He's trying to run in now. Stanley's managed to get that car back though. 2 minutes remaining. Tom Stanley does manage to hold on. How he held on, I do not know. But he did manage to hold on from Mould. Kramer's still up front. Garrity, well, Thurtle's coming. And they've got one and one more. So one more this lap and then the last lap. There goes Walters over to the left-hand side of the circuit. He's trying to defend it back as well currently at the moment from Denya and Cochrane. Then we've got the Morton, Malcolm battle. And then behind that here is that gaggle of cars with Stephen Fry, Eric Ronneberg in there as well. Gary Craig has not moved up as much as I thought he was going to be able to. Mark Draper with his two fastest laps so far in a row has come through as well. That's Draper into 20th. But it is the Walters, Denya Cochrane battle, and then further up, we've still got Stanley, Mould, and Blease. How much longer is that going to stay like that? Time will tell, because Mould needs to move now. Needs to move now because Blease going to take the inside line. Blease going to try the inside. Is Mould going to run him around the outside? Mould's on the inside line. Oh. That Mould makes it through. That Mould makes it through over Stanley, but defends the position from Blease while trying to overtake Stanley, and that's not an easy thing to do when you've got the likes of the winner of race one, Sam Blease, right behind you. So, you know, credit where credit's due here to Stanley, though. He's doing a stellar job. However, for Garrity, this is going to be the last lap of his life here, because he's got Thurtle right behind him. Now, how is this going to go for Fraser Garrity? He's coming down into turn one with Arthur Thurtle. We're going to keep an eye on this battle as well. Mould, Stanley and Blease. So, fair play to Tom Stanley. Is defending his life. It's like he was... I can't think of an analogy quick enough for Tom Stanley. Apart from he has done a stellar job trying to hold back Dan Mould. And as I say that, he goes in deep into Atwood. Gotta do it now. Oh, I'm sorry, Tom Stanley. Fraser Garrity tucked up right behind at the moment. Garrity there in front. Got Thurtle going left and right. Stanley! Oh no, Stanley lost on the last lap. Can he hold Blease? Lost that position to Mould on the last lap. Fraser Garrity defending on the Honda. Stanley is defending from Blease. Blease in the Elantra. We're going to pick up a Crowber very, very shortly. Here comes Derek Crowther to take the victory in race 2. There is Crowther. Look at Garrity. He hung on. He hung on. Garrity did. Stanley hung on as well. Stanley's going to come across the line in 5th. He started in 5th. He finished in 5th. Did he get it on the line? Stanley did manage to hold on to where he was. Roger Morton. Oh, John Brown, Roger Morton, Mark Brown. Excellent battle there as well. And then we got the Tarosky battle as well. Behind that, Craig Waters, Gary Craig. And then we got the pack of Christopher Barnes, Stuart Gibbons, and Jay Corley. And then Alan McCain here, still racing with Richard White, which I think is incredible for them. They've done an absolutely stellar job here as well as they're coming down on this run down onto the line. It's McCain. Is it White? It's going to be White. Got him. Oh! McCain, I believe, got. Did McCain get that? No, it was Richard White on the line. By not a lot there. Wow. JT Johnson comes across the line, and then Rhian Patton as well. 99 racing anyway, David Waters says no. Well, there was a lot of things going on there tonight, and I'm sure I probably missed so much, but I want to try and catch. Now, Corley made the start of his life, right? He absolutely blew this start. Right, oh. There goes Ronenberg, there goes Corley. And then behind this, there goes Stanley and everybody else involved. Look at that. Then it all just kicks off. Back we're back, and that was Stuart Gibbons. Steve Hailwood was in there as well. Right. Try and bring you up the results. After I can breathe a little bit. Derek Crowther takes the victory in the SRL TCR Fun Race live from Okayama. Crowther is your winner from Blade Designs in first place. Fraser Garrity in second. Arthur Thurtle in third. Dan Mould in fourth. Tom Stanley in fifth. Dan Blees in sixth. Ben Denya in seventh. Michael Cochran eighth. John Brown ninth. And Roger Morton 10th. I want to give a shout out to Tom Stanley. He defended his life off, right, from Dan Mould and Sam Blees. And to finish ahead them two, GG, brother. Well done to you. Mark Brown in 11th, Scott Malcolm in 12th, Balance Tarosky 13th, Stephen Fry 14th, Eric Ronenberg in 15th, Craig Waters 16th, and Gary Craig down in 17th place. Mark Draper finished in the end in 18th, Christopher Barnes in 19th, Stuart Gibbons in 20th, Jay Corley, after his absolute flying start, went down into 21st, and then he went fast and it binned it first corner. So unfortunately for Jay, went down into 21st place. Now I believe there was also something else in Corley as well. Further down, goes through. Where else did you go off, young? Not that this is a Jay Corley highlights reel, but you know. Steve Howell, we're behind that 22nd, Richard White 23rd, Alan McCain 24th, Carl Fleet 25th, Paul Cogley 26th, and JT Johnston 27th, Rhian Patton 28th, and Neil Stevenson down in 29th place. There was only two. Neil Stevenson there not finishing, and Patton a lap down. Absolutely incredible. Now, I have a lot in the waiting room. So first off, let's have a quick chat to Mr. Jay Corley, if he's there. Jay, you there? How are you, buddy? Yeah, no, the thing is, right, first race, so, qualifying was a little bit up and down and that. And then I watched you get off the line like an absolute flying rocket in race 2. And then unfortunately, you didn't make the first turn. I was gutted, Jay, because I thought you were gonna go run away with it. I just followed along. I was just a sheep in the pack. But overall, mate, it's been fun in it because that's what tonight was primarily about. Was just a fun race in general, and you did it, did. What? Can't hear Jay. Oh, Jay. Oh no. All right, hold on. Hold on. Working earlier. Say it again, Jay. Speak to me.
I shall speak for you.
Oh, see, there we go. He's back. Yes.
We're good. We're good. Right, should we take
good.
2?
Yeah, go again. Shh, nobody saw it. So we're here in the booth with Jay Corley this evening. Obviously, as you probably heard, we were chatting quite a lot about anything and everything, and you didn't hear him. We are sitting here watching Jay back on track in race 2, though, bud. But look, overall, tonight's race was supposed to be a fun event, right? You come in absolutely full out going in to enjoy tonight. Have you enjoyed yourself? That's the primarily thing.
Absolutely, and judging by overreactions as well that I've seen everyone else has as well. It was, like I said earlier, before I found out I was actually muted. It was hard work, but it was fun, good work, and it's close to Christmas as well. I just love how many people have stopped by today to do the race, to watch the broadcast as well. It's hopefully going to mean a fantastic following season for SRL.
Are you joining the season?
I am returning for the next season of Touring Car. Absolutely 100%.
Are you going to make every race, though?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
we did actually touch on as well, Jay, between your Twitter feed that goes on with the amount of food that you post. We did have a discussion that we do feel that your food selection may need to get a little bit healthier, because I swear if I see you post another sausage and bacon butty again, that's rude. Like, how many do you post on there?
My audience demands sausage. I give them sausage. But for the new year, yes, I have taken stuff like that on board and looked at it, and things will be a bit healthier next year. There will be 1 less sausage per week.
I'm sure people will be very happy about that. But Jay, thank you so much for joining me, bud. It's been an absolute pleasure. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
It's good to see you joining us for the broadcasting for the end of last season and for this season. I enjoy what you do. You do an absolutely fantastic job, and I look forward to seeing what you do next season with the touring cars. Are you doing the GT4 as well?
I am doing both, mate.
Oh, every Friday. Beautiful. Couldn't be better.
Every Friday.
And a massive shout out as well to everyone in SRL for yet another fun Friday night. I cannot wait for the next one. And to anyone who's still listening and watching as well, hopefully if you haven't already, you've liked the videos, you've subscribed to everywhere that you can, and hopefully we shall see you all on track as well.
There we go. Perfect way to end it. I don't need to see any more. Jay Corley, take care, buddy.
You as well. Thank you for having me.
Right, let's bring in our leader, our victor from race 2, Derek Quaver. Good evening, Derek. How are you?
I'm good, yeah, thanks.
Good. You sound surprised to be here, mate.
I am very, to be honest.
What?
First race win, that's all. I'm quite happy tonight.
Yeah, dude, you did a stellar job. Did you worry? Was you worried when you could see Bleeze and Mould coming through the field?
I had a few seconds gap, so I wasn't that worried yet because I knew the outfit get past a few others yet. So I was hoping they kept them behind, which luckily they did. So I weren't too bad at, to be fair.
Well, look, overall, it was a stellar evening of fun, and that was what mainly tonight was about, wasn't it? Just the fun evening of racing. here this evening, and I think we produced that. Don't you think it was a good all round sort of fun evening for everybody to get involved with?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that tonight. Look, good racing. The few accidents, but you get that. But yeah, overall it was a great night. Yeah,
Absolutely, mate.
loved it.
And are we seeing Derek Carver come back for the TCR season?
Oh yeah, I've already signed up. I'm already signed up.
Oh, happy days. Can't wait for that one. Derek, thank you so much for joining us. We have got 3 more interviews on people waiting.
Yeah, we have.
But much love. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth?
Obviously, Dan and John for arranging it as usual. Yourself for the commentary, and anyone else who took part. That's it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, and we should catch up with you soon.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, you'll get there. I'm sure. I'll speak to you again.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
hopefully, yeah.
Take care.
Thanks, James. Ta-da.
Right. I want to bring in Gary Craig really quickly. Gary, welcome in. I hope you're well.
Yeah, great, thanks.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. That was a good fun night.
Mate, that was good fun, wasn't it? Race 1 was especially epic, I think.
It was, yeah. Sam, please give me a shout like 30 minutes before quali and said you fancy doing this. I've been aware of it for a while, but I was sat on the sofa, so I just jumped in and thought, what the hell, go for it. Yeah, I've had good fun there.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. You know, race 2, different kind of aspect for Gary Craig, wasn't it, than race 1?
I just got a little bit unlucky. The guys in front came together. I thought I'd avoided it, and then somebody came across into the guy next to me, and I just got caught out. But it was good fun battling back through from the back, kind of caught onto the back of a bunch of cars and just kind of got caught in that draft trade. Try and make a couple of moves, but you always kind of put yourself in a position to of danger when you try to do that anyway. So yeah, I had some good fun side by sides all night though. So it doesn't matter where you finish in those ones. It's great fun.
Mate, when you got racing like that, it doesn't matter, does it? It
No,
was just incredible. You know, I fully loved all the way here, trying to get through all of this. The action that was taking place here was just insane. But you know, nothing but love. It was absolutely incredible, and I loved race 1. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, looking forward to watching that one back and the whole night, because obviously you only get your own point of view when you're actually racing. But from what I gather, that was great battles up and down the field.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Gary, for joining me. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Yeah, you guys for putting on the broadcast and organised the lead. That was really good fun tonight. Thanks.
No worries. We have done as we're supposed to and give you a fun evening of racing.
Excellent. That was the job.
That was the job, mate. And hopefully we'll see you in the new TCR season.
Yep, definitely. Have a good Christmas.
And you, man. Take care.
Cheers.
Right. Next up, another one into the booth this evening, Mr. Roger Morton. Good evening, Mr. Morton. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Wonderful. Not too bad, mate, to be honest. I've just got to see 40 minutes of absolute incredible racing. 30-car grid in a TCR at Okayama, and I get the pleasure of talking to you. What more could I ask for in my evening?
That's it, mate. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I was umming and ahhing for this. I'm pushing to try and get more racing, more racecraft, and try and improve me. I'm getting better on my pace. I'm working on my consistency in my racing. So I thought, why not? But I've joined the league. To be fair, I've loved tonight. Enjoyed it, really have.
It's been an epic night, isn't it? You know what I mean? The racing up and down the field was incredible tonight. There was so many like 2 wides. You were involved in some as well with John Brown, Mark Brown, and Scott Malcolm, who's also in the interview room as well. And to be honest, you know, that battle was absolutely incredible. You were swapping backwards and forwards all the way through the second race. I was overwhelmed by it all, mate. You know, you hear it back. It was incredible.
Yeah, I know the first couple laps were a bit hairy, getting through all the incidents, but once I got through all that, we was side by side, and it was clean racing. It was, it's what you want in racing. I enjoyed it tonight. Really, I've done.
It was absolutely incredible as well. We did have Craig Jones in chat, cheering for you as well.
Bless him. Of course, I'm like his idol. It used to be the other way around, but like now I'm getting to that sort of level now. I'm like his idol now. So.
Oh well, you know he'll be asking for photos and autographs.
He would never admit it.
Right, man. I'm going to have a chat with Scott Malcolm. Thank you so much for joining me, Roger.
Cheers, mate.
No worries. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to before you leave the booth?
All the result lads, they are top notch. Keep pushing me, especially Carl. Alan, fortunately, he's still suffering, and big shout out to Alan. And for you for continuing to doing fantastic streams, broadcasts.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
mate. It's been a pleasure as it always is. But Mr. Maud, I will chat to you soon, no doubt.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, let's bring in the final interview of this evening. Scott Malcolm, good evening to you, sir. How are you?
I'm not bad apart from coming back from the dead after race 1.
It was, yeah. You know, though, right? I've got to be honest. Yes, it was. And you did. Now, I don't know if people realise, but I'm on the understanding there wasn't actually damage turned on tonight in the car. But in race 2, you did have an epic little battle 4 times over and over with Mark Brown and Roger Morton and John Brown. So, you know, race 2 made up for your questionable race 1.
Oh yeah, that was epic, that second race. But I was just holding off a wee bit just to see if they'd make any mistakes or take each other out. But I wasn't going to force the issue and just pick up the pieces after that.
It was definitely a good one. Are we going to see Scott Malcolm in the SRL TCR next season?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Come on, join me. Come on, we'll have a chinwag on a Friday night. Nothing better than
Absolutely.
sitting in the booth and having a chat as well. Potato Seagull was in YouTube. He said hi to every single person. So it says hi, Scott.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so there we go. But Scott, thank you so much for joining me. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Just everybody that's organised this league. It's possibly one of the friendliest leagues I've ever raced in over the years. And obviously yourself for giving up your time to broadcast these races and take the mick out of everybody that's racing when you're commentary.
No, I don't do that, Scott.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe a little bit. But anyway, buddy, it's been a pleasure talking to you this evening, and I'll look forward to maybe having a chat with you next season.
Yeah, absolutely. And have a good Christmas.
Thank
Here it
you,
comes.
man. Take care. Have a good one.
Don't drink too much.
Hey, I'm English. I should be saying that one to you, should I? And do you know what? I don't actually drink, so, you know, yeah, I'm definitely not going to do it.
Well, I'll make up for it then.
All right, mate, you have a few for me. Thank you, Scott. Take care. Have a
Do
good
what I
one.
do. Cheers, then.
Right, so there you go, guys, as well. Sorry for the thing with Jay. I'm not entirely sure why that didn't pick him up in the first time, considering it was all set up ready to go. I do love the wonderful world of live TV. But it has been, I think you've got to be honest, it's been an absolute pleasure here this evening as well, as Kate decides it doesn't want to work anymore. So I think overall it's been what can only be perceived as what it says on the tin. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be a fun race for everybody. All the drivers have come back and said, yeah, they had an absolutely great time. And I think from our perspective, you know, we've done kind of what it says on the tin. You know, we're here to provide some absolutely incredible racing. And that's kind of what we've done. And I'm glad everybody stuck by and enjoyed the racing this evening. If you do want to get involved, please go down into the Discord link down below and get yourself into a TCR because they are great fun. And it's been an absolute epic evening as well. So we look forward to seeing you guys again. What have we got coming up? Well, we're here on the SRL YouTube channel as well. So we've got the GT4s next Friday at Road America. Stream starts around about 10 o'clock. On that one as well. Over on the JPB channel, we've got the UK Sim Racers GR86 from Kota on Tuesday evening, and then the Radical Race Series on Thursday from Road Atlanta. So that should be a good one over on the GPB. Don't forget, guys, if you are watching it back as well, subscribe, thumbs up, and turn on the bells for notifications because you want to make sure you'll be here all the first time, like Potato Seagull and Phil across the pond did as well. So much love to everybody that's jumped in this evening across the 2 channels. David Waters, much appreciated. Dan, thank you so much again. Potato Seagull, Phil, Carl Hardy, Craig Jones was also appearing as well. Pete Newman, thank you again for coming by. It's been absolutely amazing to have you here. Over on the SRL, we've got Alexandra Longo. Thank you again for coming over. Loopy Racing, much love to you as well. And RPC Thomas, I promise I'll be on time next time. But guys, that's it from me, from myself, James Parfitt. Have a great Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year. And you never know, might see you on the track next time. Take care, everybody. Good night.